So here we are with my buddy Joey, who was actually featured in the very first video I did for the channel. So here I'm going to start opening those lapels like I always do. I've got a good grip on the collar right here. He tries to go for a fake ankle pick. Fake guard pull to ankle pick, Mendez brother style. And I'm going to do the same thing. So right here, I try to bait him to come forward, and I try to go for that fake guard pull to ankle pick, and he immediately reads that and stops it from happening. So he's going to do the same thing, go for a fake guard pull to ankle pick right here, and then he sits to guard, and I try to do a guard interception, but my leg gets caught, and now I have to fight from the half guard position, which is a position that I really like. So right here, I'm making a huge mistake. As you can see, my right arm is super exposed away from my body, and I'm trying to set up the over under, but my arm is not actually grabbing his belt, it's grabbing the top of his gi, and that's going to allow him to flexibly get his leg over right here. So I'm going to start doing an escape, omoplata escape. So right here, I try to step over, but I'm not able to do it. So right here, what I do is I sit to my far hip and I roll him over my body to break the omoplata lock and come up on top. That's actually an escape, omoplata escape that I learned from my first coach, Kyle Watson, in St. Louis. So here we are. I try to step over the guard, but my leg gets caught, and I'm fighting from the half guard position right there. So I went from a pretty bad omoplata, it was actually pretty tight in there, to now being able to start passing. So I try to sit and I try to bait him to come up. He doesn't take the bait, but I'm able to square my hips and get into the side control position here. And in side control, what I like to do is feed that lapel out and start to try to feed it to my other hand, but he's doing a good job of framing his arm across my neck. So I stop feeding that lapel and I start to solidify the position, get my arm on the outside right here. He tries to roll, but I've got a very good grip of his right arm under my shoulder, so he's not able to fully complete the roll and get into a turtle position. But in bringing him back to his back, he actually trapped my arm. So now I have to start focusing on freeing that arm from his legs, because I need that arm to kind of maintain the position and be able to, you know, switch to north-south if he turns into me, and just stop him from ultimately getting out of the side control position. So what I decided to do is I take my left arm and I'm grabbing the far over to his other side, actually grabbing that lapel, grabbing that sleeve rather, and using my shoulder and kind of putting it in his chin. He turns into me, and what I want to do is start walking, but he's able to make that elbow knee connection and kind of stop me from solidifying the side control position here. So what I start to do is kind of like a mini stack pass. He rolls into a turtle position, and right here I make another mistake. I don't sprawl my legs, but he's able to drive into me, cut the angle, but I'm able to flip him and roll over and get back on top. So I ended up being in a bad position without sprawling my legs, and but I was able to kind of reverse that position right there, and now I'm on the attack once again. So I try to do a back step pass right there, completely gets shut down, didn't even clear the legs, so I immediately go back into the side control position and start to just work from there. So again, my arm almost gets caught, but I'm able to kind of grab the pant legs right here, force my knee in, get the knee on belly, and now I can start setting up the Bravo choke because I fed that lapel to the other side. That's why I always pull out those lapels, especially in side control. So he's very flexible, and he's able to get his arm over my arms and under my chin, but I still have the choke, so I'm not ready to give that up. I start to stand, and what I do is I fall to the side, baiting him to come up because I want to keep the choke and then roll him back over and kind of get that position, but he's able to get into an armbar position. So now he's got an armbar position versus my Bravo choke position, and I'm starting to feel that his legs, obviously his legs are longer, he's much taller than I am. His legs were too long and I wasn't able to get the choke, so I immediately bail, free my arm, and start trying to pass once again. So I had the choke, but he also had a submission as well, and his limbs were just way too long for me to try and keep that. So right here I'm kind of body locking, holding him and trying to clear that butterfly hook with my left leg, not able to really do it. And now I start to set up the over under position again, but again I make a boneheaded move. I'm not keeping my right arm on the belt, and he's able to kind of again get me almost in an omoplata trap right here. So what I'm doing is I try to step over, he stops me from doing it, and I do that same omoplata defense. This time he doesn't roll all the way over, and I'm able to get out, do my X pass position right here, and then spin around and do like a a mini stack pass position and start to get my passing. I'm just going back and forth with the passing right here. So now I'm in a side control position. He's trying to bring his legs up and get out of this position. So I want to solidify here and try to keep him down before I start setting anything up. So I'm able to spin right here, isolate the arm, get the figure 4 Kimura, step my foot over, and that is actually the end of the roll. The timer just ran out. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the roll. I hope you guys enjoyed my roll with Joey. A few takeaways here. When I'm trying to pass and use that over-under, I need to bring that arm to the belt and keep it nice and secure to my body. As you can see in the very first clips of this video, my arm was very, very extended, and it allowed somebody as flexible as him, even if you're not really flexible, to bring that arm over and start getting an omoplata position. And luckily, I have a really good omoplata defense. Well, that's actually the Hail Mary defense. I was able to stop that. And I also got caught in it again, so I need to be aware of keeping my elbows to my body and not extending my arms. And I also need to start solidifying the position. I kind of play like a very floaty game. I like to pass and just keep the person moving and try to tire them out, but somebody who's got good endurance will be able to keep up with me. As you can see, this roll was kind of back and forth, but I was able to kind of solidify some positions and start working certain chokes and everything like that. Another takeaway, don't be afraid to bail on submissions if they're not there and you're getting set up in another submission like I was. He was setting up the armbar. I knew that I wasn't going to get the choke before he could extend his legs and get the armbar position. So don't be afraid to bail on a submission if you feel you're in danger. So ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the roll. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace.